Hello and good morning, everyone. Let me switch my glasses out here. I don't normally do this in the morning, but I was lying in bed. Alarm went off. The alarm that I had set for last week or 2 weeks ago or something. Forgot that I had set the alarm, and it went off this morning. And so I got up. I couldn't go back to sleep, and I kept having this odd feeling that I needed to go live today. And so, and I thought, okay, well, I'll think about going live later. And then just had this feeling, no, I need to get up. I need to get not. I haven't taken a shower. I haven't gotten there. Just got out of bed, and here I am to give you wonderful words of encouragement this beautiful morning because it is a beautiful morning. Even though it's overcast where I'm at, it's probably going to be really freaking cold today. It's still a beautiful day. Why? Because it's here. Because that's what this is all about. I don't know what's going on in your life. I don't know. I got my problems. I got my issues. You know, bills are stacking up. Um, got I got more days left than I have money for the end of the month. You know, one of those. Just like everybody else. And so I'd like to share with you this glorious morning, a wonderful thought. What that thought is, I'm not quite sure, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. I had this odd dream last night, and I've been having these dreams quite often lately, and I don't really know even how to explain it. But for some reason, there's they say when you have a dream that like you're going to, you go somewhere into some alternative reality or something like that. At least this is the theory. That's the theory, right? And so I keep having these recurring dreams that I'm running around naked. Well, I have a T-shirt on, but I'm naked. But nobody notices that I'm naked. But I know I'm naked, and so like I'm running around trying to be all nonchalant that no one notices that I have no pants on, right? And I don't even remember what the rest of the dream was. All I remember is I'm running around trying to find some pants to put on, and I keep having this recurring dream that just that same scenario in odd places of I'm trying to trying to find some pants. I don't know what the deal is. I have no idea what. And it's funny because last night on the live that I did, a gentleman was asking about his dreams, and so I started having dreams about analyzing my dreams. You know what I mean? Have you ever gotten into that conundrum? That's the conundrum I'm in this morning. It was having dreams about analyzing my dreams, and I have no idea where it's going. Um, have no idea where it's going. But I welcome this glorious day. And that, my friend, is the message I would like to share with you. I don't know what your problems are. I know I got my problems. I know you got your problems. We all have problems. We all got problems. But if you think about the problems that you're having today, uh, I'd like you to take a moment and think about the problems you had a year ago. Some of them might be the same. Financial, that's the biggest issue is money. I think that's the big. When I talk to people, really, when it comes down to money, is the biggest thing. That's really it comes down to is just having enough money to cover your basic needs, and or maybe get a little bit uh, moving with your life. You know what I mean? But we live in an odd time because if you try, like I have a website. And here's my experience. People keep asking me for merch, and I thought this was strange that people wanted merch. I'll be honest with you. People want my face on their body, whatever. Okay, So we decided, we started looking into the options, and went one of those print on demand things. I've done. We ended up just deciding to make our own shirts. At least Tressa, my wife, she decided she would make the shirts. So she figured out how to make the shirts. And let's see, I get the microphone for the one broadcast here. I forgot to pull it over. I hope that's better for anybody out there listening. It's a great microphone. I'm sure it's still picking up. Anyway, so we started making merch. And so I started telling people I have merch. And then I lost. This is the strangest thing to me. I lost followers. I lost people who got mad at me because I offer merch. I'm like I'm a sellout. But see, here's how this thing works: is that if if uh, if I have money, right, uh, from doing this, then I can do this more often. So that's how it works. So if you have a friend who's an artist, a musician, a painter, a DJ, whatever, a comedian, actor, whatever it may be, if you want to support them, uh, and 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 you go, how do I support you? Money. That's how you support them. You go to their shows. You don't ask to get in free. You pay to go see their shows. You you spread the word about them. That's what you do. If you want to know how to be supportive as to others, that's it. But anyway, here's the deal: is that I would offer merch, and then people get mad at me for offering merch, and then other people are excited that I have merch, so they would support the merch, and then others don't support the merch because they're mad that I'm have merch. It's a strange world that we live in. That no matter what you do, you know, um, I try to be positive. I try to spread positive messages to the world whenever I can, as often as I can, and I still get. Okay, now I'm not complaining, people. Please don't misunderstand what I'm saying here. I am not complaining about anything at all. I'm not, that's not what I'm saying here. But I still have people who get upset at me for being positive. They call me, I've been accused of being toxic positivity. I think that's a dumb term. I think it's one of the dumbest terms we've ever come up with. Anyone has ever come up with toxic positivity. Now I understand uh, fake positivity. I think that's toxic. I think fake positivity. Just putting on a smile. Hey, I think it's great because my point is that you can be happy and content, right, and still be miserable. Hear me out. You have cognitive dissonance. You're familiar with this? Cognitive dissonance is when you hold two opposing ideas at the same time. Like people who find out that their partner is cheating on them and is sleeping around on them, and yet they still think, well, yeah, but they still love me. So you fall into this, you fall into a toxic relationship where you're being abused, but you still think that this is love. So you think, well, yeah, it's a horrible relationship, but they still love me. It's still, that's cognitive dissonance, or there's any number of examples for, but it's the idea is you hold two opposing ideas at the same time. You can also have two opposing feelings or emotions at the same time. Emotional dissonance is what I like to call it, and that is like when you experience a death in your family. You feel sad that they've passed on, um, and at the same time you can still feel happy for having known them. You can still grieve and still be happy at the same time. You can still be happy about your own life and the way your life is going, and still be sad about someone else's problems. That's why I get, this whole thing that went down with the uh, earthquake that happened over in was it Turkey, Hungary, Syria area. That is horrible. So you can feel horrible for what's experienced by them, and want to send love and encouragement in cash. If you really feel strongly, you can put money up to give support to them in some way. Um, but you can be positive. Um, but you can be positive even in amidst of calamity and disaster, and you can still. So if you feel like you're crazy, like, oh, I have to show this emotion, I have to feel this way, but you don't feel that way, but you feel like you have to feel that way. You don't have to feel anything. You feel whatever it is that you feel, and just move on with your life. But anyway, I hope that I'm sharing with you some positive messages. I hope that you're starting your day, trying to figure out what to do with yourself. Here's the thing. Most people in your life, you feel like you don't have any direction, or you don't know where you're going with your life. You're not really. You're not. I guess what I'm saying is most people confuse boredom with depression. Let that sink in. Are you bored, or are you really depressed? Most of us are just bored because we were born into this world with all kinds of incredible abilities, and because of our DNA, we were designed to survive. We were designed, you know, to fight bears and hunt and forage and survive. We were that's what we were born to do. That's the kind of things that human beings. If you want to call it evolution or creation, that's what we were. That's what we were designed to do. We were designed to do amazing, epic, crazy things just to survive, right? Well, as life has become easier and easier and easier because of technology, now most of us are just bored. That's why the people get into video games so much, is because it's trying to tap into that. So it's sort of this weird thing that we've created for ourselves, because here we create video games so that we can experience more adventure. Um, but in just playing video games, we become less adventurous because all we want to do is sit on a couch and play video games. So sort of this weird cycle that we've created for ourselves. But that, my friends, is the message for the day. Ask yourself, when you're feeling depressed, are you depressed, or are you just bored? And I believe that you're mostly just bored. You're just bored with life. So you need to find something exciting and wonderful to do. And now you're sitting there looking at me going, but Rodney, I got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed. Uh, how much more excitement can I take on? But you're bored. You're bored, and you want to do something exciting. So here's the deal. How do you bring more excitement into your life? Well, I encourage you to find a little side hustle. Find something that you enjoy. Find something that you have a passion for. Even if that passion is somebody else's passion, somebody else's dream. Go and support somebody else's dream. If you don't have a dream of your own, find somebody else's and go support them. contact them and say, you know what, I love your music. Find a small artist. There's a guy. There's a couple musicians that I keep in touch with. Just that I've found, like Crystal Bowersox. I think she was on. I think it was American Idol, or one of those. I become friends with her over the years, and she's still living out of her van. Not living out of her van, but she travels in a van, and she'll stay in that when she's on the road to save money. She's delightful, just delightful human being, and she's not big and rich. She's not living a life of luxury, but man, she's out there. She's living her dream, doing what she loves, and I love to support what she's doing. Then there's another gentleman who I met. This guy, it was pretty interesting. I was doing shows in Orlando, Florida, a couple years ago, and I didn't have a car at the time, and with me, I didn't have a rental car or anything, so I was just kind of on foot. I was looking for something to do during the day when I wasn't doing a show, and so I just started walking around Orlando, the touristy town area. It was pretty cool, interesting. But they have this bar that had live music in it. So I went in there just to get some food and enjoy the live music. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching this guy, and he had the most incredible voice. I was just like, I can't believe I've never heard of this dude, this young man. And he played several covers, and then he played some original music. And during the show, he kept staring at me. He kind of kept giving me these looks, right? And I thought it was odd. Now, here's the thing. When I'm out in public and people stare at me, I'm not sure if they're staring at me because they know who I am, or just because, well, I look like this. People stare at me just because I look like this, and I'm aware of that. So they keeps looking at me, right? And after the show, people were going up, talking to him and everything, and I wanted to talk to him, but didn't really get a chance. But I took pictures of the dude, and I posted, and I said, hey, and I looked him up, and posted pictures about how great this guy was, and looked up his music and bought some of it online, and later after I tagged him, he's like, I thought it was you. It's like he knew who I was, so he was a fan of me, and now I've become a fan of him. But anyway, he was. It's been fun watching his journey. He's from Florida. He's back and forth between Florida and Nashville, and his name is Clifford Dorsey. Cliff Dorsey. And if you get a chance, look this guy up. Cliff Dorsey. He's very talented. Great voice. Just got that old country feel, but yet still very contemporary. I mean, it's just nice blend of what he does. Just a dig it. Then get away from mainstream music. That's what I'm saying. Most of this stuff is so corporate and overly produced, and just most of it's just garbage. There's so many amazing artists who, for whatever reason, don't get the recognition, don't have the support of big labels. But there are some people out there producing some amazing stuff, which also brings up another band that I was introduced through a friend of mine, James Walker. He introduced me to this band called Water Tower, and these guys are a very, very talented group of musicians. And if you ever get a chance to follow them, check them out. Water Tower. So check them out. Get out there and explore. You're bored. You're not depressed, my friends. You're bored. Go listen and challenge yourself every day. Listen to music from somebody you don't know. There's so much. It's so much available. This is the incredible thing. When I was in high school, to get to hear new music, you had to listen to, college radio, or somebody had to have a CD, or, well, back then it was a cassette tape or a record. And it would, to be able to get to hear new music from somebody was a huge challenge. Well, nowadays you could literally not know anything about music and within a few minutes produce a song and put it out there with the technology that's available, especially with the AI stuff. Oh my goodness! So it it's almost like there's too much out there. To be honest with you, there's too much out there. So, but I do recommend you get out there and explore. There's another gal in Texas that I've been following. Oh, my friends in Coming Home, the band called Coming Home. They are located in uh, down in Florida. Coming Home. They were at my show in Naples. That was so cool to meet them because I've been follow them because they'd follow me, so I follow them. So when a band follows me or an artist, comedian or something, I try to go and find out what they're about. So I'll go and find their what they've got available, YouTube, whatnot, Spotify, and Coming Home, the band. It's a wife and husband team down in Florida, and they're a lot of fun. They do some great stuff too. So there's that, and then what I believe her name is Jen Ford in. Yeah, let me. There she is, Jen Ford. She's in Texas. She's also old country, um, just a amazing voice. Oh my goodness, I'm so. I wish I could sing. I've tried to sing and I've just never been able to pull it off. So I admire people who sing, uh, who can do it and do it well. And oh, and then my friend Den Lowry, Den. See if I can find. He's got some stuff that he's put out too. Yeah, Dennis Lowry. But I've shared some of his music from time to time, um, as well as Jen and stuff. But anyway, so what I'm saying is, if you have uh, moments where you're just bored, you don't know what to do with yourself, or you're depressed, challenge yourself because your brain wants to do new things. Your brain wants to experience new things. It really does, and that's how you keep yourself young and invigorated. Is taking on new challenge, listening to new music, experiencing new things. Um, so get out there. And I apologize for the morning. I know. Here's I would love to do a morning show. I always wanted to do like a morning radio show, and uh, never could get into radio because well, radio people don't like my voice. I don't have the proper. I mumble too much. I believe is my problem. Um, but so sorry, I got distracted by the comment. So here's the deal. I'm going live. This is the first time I've done this, but I'm on Facebook right now, on a couple different spots. I'm on let's see, LinkedIn. Nobody follows me on LinkedIn. YouTube. We're on YouTube right now, and Twitch. I don't know why I'm on Twitch, but I have a Twitch account. I have 0 followers on Twitch, but uh, I just sort of enjoy being available on Twitch. Maybe somebody on Twitch will find me and go, "Who is this weird old man? Why is he talking to me?" And then Twitter. So I'm on Twitter, and then we're on Instagram, and we're on the TikTok, all at the same time right now. This is crazy. So that's why. So it doesn't make sense what's going on. That's what's going on. So, but no, I got up this morning. I had this feeling that I needed to get on here. I've had this feeling that I needed to get up here and say words to people, and I didn't even know what the words were that I was supposed to say. I had no idea, no plan, but I just felt like I needed to get up and let people know, hey, life is good. You, in spite of the fact that we got UFO spy alien balloons apparently just floating around all over the place. We got earthquakes happening all over. We got our financial system is falling apart. We're in debt. You realize that we're the United States. We have more debt than there is even money available on the planet. Notice how ridiculous that is? It's insane, the stuff that we're doing. And then we're not doing, and then what are we doing with the money? I mean, if we were doing something actually positive with the money, I would be like, oh, okay, I can kind of go with this. But what are we doing with the money? I don't know what the hell we're doing. We're spending all this money, and there is literally nothing to show for it. Nothing. I mean, I'm not into the whole socialized medicine stuff. I think there's better ways to do it. But at the same point in time, if we're gonna take a nosedive financially as a country, let's do some good for some people before we go out, other than just rich people and connected people. That's what I would like. If I were president, I would make a lot of changes. Well, actually, here's my deal. If I actually became president, I'm pretty sure I'd be assassinated pretty quickly, because I don't think the powers that be would want me to be in control, because I wouldn't go along with most of the nonsense that they're going along with, because it's not benefiting anyone except them. That's the problem with running for president and becoming president, because if you're not in their club, you're not under their control, and you become president, and then you have the power, they'll just take you out. Which I think we've all have come to realize what happened to John F. Kennedy was he was saying, like, I'm not going along with this nonsense. And in fact, I'm going to expose all you idiots. And that's why they killed him. So we all know that's the key. So running for president would be fun. But just knowing that as soon as you're, that's the struggle we're against. And how we bring it down, I don't know. We gotta get it. Well, I gotta pull it together and bring this whole ridiculous system down. Because if we're gonna be spending money, let's at least fix some problems. A lot of problems. I won't get into any of those right now, because really what I'm here to do is say, hey, everybody, life is amazing. I hope that you're finding lots to be happy about today. Hope that you take an opportunity. I try every day when I wake up. I just say, man, this is awesome. I get another day. I try to think of things that I'm most grateful for. I think about things I'm about to do that day, and then I try to find something new and challenging to do with myself. It's always fun because I get to come up with video ideas, messages that I want to share with the world, and this has probably been the most incredible experience of my life these last few years, when I've been able to but I've been able to. Well, here's the deal: when you're an artist of any sort, and you know that people are actually going to see your work, that that inspires you more than anything else you can imagine. So being able to get up and be able to create something that people are actually going to look at is it's just it's the best thing ever, you know, to know that if I post a video, it's not just, I look, years and years ago, before anybody knew who I was, I would make videos and they would get like, 4 views and one like, and that like was usually me, or my wife. um, you have that thing, and then all of a sudden people start noticing the videos, and things start picking up, and man, it's just amazing. I post a video and hundreds, thousands of people will see it in a short period of time, and it is humbling. You go through this weird thing because it's like, okay, so you make the video and it goes well, and then you're nervous about making another video because you're afraid that they're not going to like that video, and then they're just not going to like you at all anymore. So you're constantly on this weird thing that you think that what you're producing is like people are just you feel like an imposter is what it feels like, because you feel like you don't deserve the attention that you're getting, right? And this is a common thing with a lot of people. They get a little exposure, and it kind of freaks them out. And I haven't freaked out, but you still you still have this challenge that you have to get through of self-doubt, I guess. It's like, okay, I did it once. I did one really good video. Can I do it again? And are people going to get tired of this? Are people not going to care anymore? And you go through those thoughts. You go through those kind of self-defeating thoughts, and putting those away and just going, and I always just go back to when I was making videos when only one person would see them, and that person was me. And I was like, you know what? I was doing what I loved then for the sake of just doing. I just love doing it. And now when you get this other set of pressure, and if you fall prey to that, it can cause you to think about things in a weird way. But I keep going back to, I'm just doing it. I'm just doing what I do because I love doing it, and I love sharing messages. I love sharing philosophy. I love sharing encouragement and helping people be positive and give you a good laugh. That I couldn't ask for anything better. So I hope that you are doing it out. Freak out. Freak out. Somebody just made a comment about that song "Freak Out," which is a great song. I love that song. Freak out. I'm going to have that in my head all day long. It's not a bad song to have in your head, I'll be honest with you. So I hope that you are finding today, finding that you're going out, you're finding something, some adventure. I hope that you're bringing some joy to your life and others. And, take an opportunity while you're doing your social media, while you're scrolling around and just wasting time. Find somebody who follows you or that you're friends with, and just give them just say, hey, I was thinking about you. I hope you have a nice day. Just that little simple thing can really make a difference in somebody's life. It really can. Just an acknowledgement. A lot of us, We just feel unseen, we feel unheard, we feel unappreciated. And just taking a moment of your time to just share that with somebody else, just say, hey, I like you. It could be somebody who's an old friend that you know really well, or it could be somebody you just are acquainted with, somebody you just met last week, or an artist, you know, um, somebody who's a musician, or someone who just say, hey, I really like your song. I like, I like what you do. Just those little things, because people do this for me all the time, and I know how it makes me feel. I appreciate all of you, and it's awesome. Just in the comment section, just the kind things that people are saying, and what you find is that when you share that kind of love and encouragement to other people, you're also bringing that kindness and love into your own life, even if you don't hear from the person ever again. Because look, I've sent messages to people to say, hey, I'm thinking about you, and they think that I'm just like a nut job, and they don't respond to me at all, which is fine, because I don't care. I'm not trying to get them to uh, come back to me with that, because I already know the act of sharing love and compassion to another human being is its own reward. Because when you're doing, as the gospel, as Christ says, when you do this unto the least of these, you've done this unto me. And really, not only have you done it unto God, but you've done it unto yourself. When you do good things, when you do positive things for other people, you're doing something very positive for yourself. And it's an amazing experience. I encourage you to do that today. I encourage you to, without expectation from anyone else or anything else, just wish somebody else, just out of nowhere, just say, I really like you, and I hope that you have a great day. And it will be returned to you, if nothing else than just a good positive endorphin rush. It's very nice. So if you want to get, a lot, we overcomplicate our lives too much. We try to do too much, and by that I mean that we want too much, we desire too much, and we put ourselves in the impossible situations, because we think that having something more is going to solve all your problems. Having more things doesn't solve your problems. It just gives you more problems to deal with. I just, one of the things I came back to Utah for this little run is, we a year ago we'd moved out of a house that we had here in Utah, and we had a bunch of stuff. We didn't know what to do with it, so we put it in storage. And so we've been paying for storage for a year for this stuff, and we forgot that we even had, what was in there. So this last week I've been going through it and moving everything to a place that we don't have to pay for storage. My son Marcus bought a house, and so a lot of the stuff went to his place for his new house. But as I'm going through this stuff, I'm like, I forgot we had most of this stuff, and it's pretty interesting. This was all stuff I remember as I'm going through. I remember buying it, thinking how I needed it then, and yet it's been sitting in storage and I haven't done anything with it. And I think our lives, we accumulate things that we don't need. We spend our time and effort for things that don't matter. And I want to start. I need to cut down on the nonsense and focus on things I really should do and want to do. And I want to write a book. I want to do more public speaking. I want to do more performances. I love getting out there in front of people, and it's the best. If you've never done stand-up comedy, it's one of the most difficult and yet one of the most rewarding experiences you could ever have in your life. So I highly encourage you, if you ever get a chance, to try it. It's horrifying, it's embarrassing, it's difficult, but man, is it a rush. It is a rush. So anyway, I hope that you are finding joy and happiness this glorious day. But I gotta go. I gotta go put on some pants and get going with my day. I got stuff I got to do. And but part of my day is wishing you a happy and glorious day, and giving you some love and support this glorious day. I hope that you are finding. Get out there, find something to bring some joy into your life and the life of others. So get out there, my friends. Enjoy this life in spite of all the crap that's going on, in spite of the fact that we got World War III knocking on our doors. We got the sun's belching solar flares. We got asteroids coming at us. We got the aliens invading in balloons. We got train derailments going on. And in spite of all this, and earthquakes, we still have a lot of life to live. It's not the end of the world. So get out there and live. Get out there and love. Get there and enjoy yourself. Get some laughter. Spread some joy. Be the answer to someone else's prayer today, my friends. And so with that, I bid thee adieu. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do this again. I think I've just decided I have a morning show. I'm going to start doing this. Maybe a little more focus next time. This I literally just woke up and had a feeling that I needed to get on here this morning. I don't know why I felt like I had to get on here. I hope you've gained something positive from this experience, because I know I have. Thank you for your beautiful comments, and I'll go through and read them and find out what things you guys are saying, because you guys say lots of wonderful things to me, and I appreciate it. And I hope you have the opportunity today to go and say wonderful and kind things to other people. So with that, my good friends, I bid thee have a super freaking awesome day. Okay, bye.